Most often, we always emphasize on pathologic conditions or the effect of diseases on the system, forgetting to highlight how these disease conditions can be managed. Now, let's take, for example, with diabetes, we always explain what happens during diabetes, how come it leads to certain conditions, but we fail to explain how these conditions can be managed or how these diabetes mellitus can be managed. Now, when we talk about diabetes mellitus, the first thing you have to understand is that it cannot be cured, it can be managed. Because when we look at the pathophysiology or the process through which that disease comes into play, there is literally no curative procedure for it, but it can be managed. Now, and the first thing which we should take note of when we look at type 2 diabetes is diet management. Now, as a patient with type 2 diabetes, the first thing you have to understand is that you have to substitute most or all carbohydrates for vegetables. Always ensure that you consume more of vegetables and fruits. Now, the next thing you have to ensure is incorporated into your lifestyle is abstinence from smoking and alcohol. Now, smoking is going to place a lot of health risk on your kidneys, while alcohol is going to place a lot of health risk on your liver, aggravating the condition. Now, aside that, the next thing you have to incorporate into your system is exercises. Exercises should be your daily routine. Exercises, always ensure you incorporate exercise into your lifestyle. Now, don't forget that when we talk about type 2 diabetes, we are looking at sugar. And most often, those sugar that we are talking about have been converted into fat. So exercises helps us to break down or burn down the calories. Now, this is a very important procedure. As a type 2 diabetic patient or as a diabetic patient, never discard your medications because you notice your sugar level has gone back to normal. Always make sure once you have been diagnosed of this diabetes, ensure you keep on taking your medication. Ensure you keep on taking that medication, because restricting yourself from those drugs can cause a drastic turnaround in that increase, or just around in the increase of that sugar level without your notice or without your consent. So always make sure or ensure that you take your medication. So these are the simple steps through which we can manage diabetes. Don't forget to follow for more.